We've made it to the Peas! And today we are going to show you all about the different kinds of pools in the villages. And the first one we're going to do are the sports pools. Do you remember how many sports pools there are? 12 sports pools. These are the pools that only villagers, residents can use. And they are the ones that have things like water volleyball and aqua aerobics and different classes, and also you can swim laps during open time. So let's go look at it. And it looks like they've got some water volleyball going on right now. I've never played this. Have you ever played water volleyball, Steve? You have? Yeah. Well, then maybe you'll have to join a group one day.
Maybe.
Yeah? But it looks like a lot of fun. It looks like 4 people to a team.
This is at Everglades. And you got drinking water and bathrooms. This is your equipment room.
And they also have things that you can use while you're in the pool. But of course, not during volleyball time. The second kind of pool that I'm going to show you, or we're going to show you, are the adult pools. Now the thing about the adult pools is you're not an adult until you're 30 years old. Now you can come if you're a guest with your guest pass and your ID, or if you're a resident. So, but you do have to be 30 years old. Let's go in and see what this one looks like.
And they do have some shaded areas.
That's nice.
Yeah.
As you can tell, it is a bit quieter than the sports pool, but they were playing volleyball, so they need a little extra oomph. There's plenty of tables and chairs.
Yeah.
Got your emergency phone, bathrooms, water fountain,
And drink machine.
and drink machine. Yep. So that's about it. And it's a pretty
We got
taking shape.
an equipment room. I guess this is for other things other than the pool.
Yeah. But they do have a life jacket if you need one. And some pool noodles.
Yeah. This is a pretty nice location.
It is. We haven't been to this one.
No. And they post the hours and the rules.
And there are 68 adult pools in the villages. So you should be able to find one somewhere close by.
At all the postal centers, I think they have them.
Just about. We've made it to one of the family pools. There are 37 of them in the villages, and they seem to be a bit larger than the adult pools. And you can actually bring any age here, but they do have to be a resident with a residence pass or a guest with a guest pass and their ID. So this is a nice one. Some of the family pools actually have a zero entrance where it just goes like if you were in the ocean. But this one looks like it's all steps.
Yeah, and they all have the chair lift for
Yes.
handicap or wheelchair.
Right, accessible. Of course, the bathrooms are over there. They also have the emergency phone. And there's probably a Pepsi machine here somewhere. Plenty of seating. There are a few tables in the shade.
Yeah, but not much.
And it's nice and warm. I do believe that they keep all of the pools heated to around 80 degrees. So that's nice.
Yep.
All year long. The last kind of pool here in the villages are the country club pools. Now these you do have to pay extra to be a member of. You're a member of the country club and then you pay an extra premier fee in order to use these pools. There are 7 of them in the villages. This is just one of 124 pools in the whole villages. We have shown you the 4 different types of pools in the villages. Do you remember how many there are of each of them? The first kind we went to was the sports pools. How many sports pools are there, Steve?
12.
Okay, there's 12 sports pools, and they are made for villagers only. No one else can use them. They have like water volleyball and aerobics and classes and different activities at that kind of pool. Okay, what was the next kind of pool we went to?
The adult pools. There's 68 adult pools.
And to be an adult in the villages, you have to be 30 years old, at least for the adult pools. But they are also open to residents and residents' guests.
A
And
little bit quieter.
yeah, they are a bit quieter than the family pools. And then what's the third kind of pool?
A family pool. There's 37 family pools.
Okay, those are open to any villagers and any villagers' guests. Now, of course, you have to have your villager ID or your guest ID plus your driver's license. And
So they're the ones that are really active as far as kids, a lot of kids,
Yes.
and grandkids.
So if you want a quiet pool, the family pools are not the ones to go to. But some of them do have the zero access or zero entrance access, so that it's good for toddlers. So if they can only get in a little bit of water, there's a little bit of water for them to get in.
And the country club, there's 7 country club pools.
And those are the ones that you have to be a premier member of the country club in order to enjoy the country club pool. So if the other 117 pools aren't enough, then you can pay extra to go to the last 7 pools. So the villages has a total of 124 pools that residents can use, and some of them for their guests, and then the 7 you have to be a member of. But if you can't find a pool in the villages, you're not looking hard enough. Of course, many people have their own pools in their backyards, so who knows how many there actually are in the villages. Well, Steve, you want to go get in the pool?
Sure.
Well, it is a hot day today, so we decided to go to the pool. What kind of pool are we going to?
Family pool?
Yep. This one is at Riverbend. Lots of grandkids are here. Looks like they're having fun though. All right, we're gonna go have some fun. Steve and I have decided to do a little pool hopping, so we're gonna head on over to one of the adult pools. It's called Swallowtail. We just got out of Swallowtail Pool, which is an adult pool, which you can see behind us. A little quieter over here,
Oh, yeah.
and still quite a few people. And
Real warm, the water.
very warm. It's like hanging out in the bathtub almost. So we just sort of floated around for a while, and now we're heading on out. Did you have fun?
Yeah.
All right. I found another P, and it's over here at Coconut Cove Recreation Center. It's called Pearl Girls Knitters. And hopefully I can go in here and take some video. If not, then I will just tell you what it's about. I just got to meet some really neat ladies in the Pearl Girls Knitting Group. There were probably about 10, 12 of them there, and they were just sitting around gabbing, having a good time, doing some knitting, and some were doing knitting for charities, and some were just doing things for themselves or for family. And they were just each had their own different project, and they were just having a really good time. And they said, if you don't know how to knit, that's okay. Just bring your ball of yarn and your knitting needles, come on up here, and they will help you out. So you will learn how to knit with some ladies who've been doing it for a while. So if knitting is something you enjoy, then you should come on up to Colony Cove Recreation Center sometime. I'm sorry, it's not Colony Cove, it's Coconut Cove.